Hi guys, today I just wanted to try out this brush cleaner. I got this for Christmas and I've seen it all over YouTube and stuff, and this claims to clean your brushes and dry them in just a few seconds, and so I wanted to try it out on camera to show you guys how it works and what my first impressions are. So I have some brushes back here that I want to clean, and I have all the parts to the brush cleaner set out right here. This is called the Style Pro Expert. It retails for about $150. The regular Style Pro retails for $100, and that's Australian dollars. Right here we have the base of our brush cleaner, and then this part here is the bowl. And then when you're done, they make it so you just pull this up here and all your water will just pour down into the bottom, and you can just clean another brush. That way you don't have to keep emptying out and refilling, which I think is really cool. And then right here we have our base that we're going to be putting our brushes on to clean it. And then you have your on button. This is our base stand right here where we'll be putting our brushes in here. And then this little thing right here is to clean multiple little brushes at one time. They recommend you get this makeup brush cleanser by Style Pro. They say that this cleans your brushes that have been used with liquids better than just normal dish soap, which we'll be using for our powder brushes. So I'm just going to choose one of my powder brushes. So because it's a powder brush, we can just use regular dish soap. That's what the instructions say. I'm going to get my collars here. They call them collars, and I'm going to find whatever collar this fits in. As you can tell, this fits in, but it's very loose. So we'll want to go down one more collar, probably to this one right here. And I'm going to stick my brush in there as far down as it will go. And then I will remove that from the stand. I'm going to attach this to my handle here. And you'll want to make sure, see as I'm holding this, that your brush is angled straight down. You don't want it to be turned like this, or they say that your brush will actually come out of the handle. I'm going to take my brush cleaner bowl, and I'm just going to apply a tiny bit of dish soap in the bottom. And then I'm just taking some just regular bottled water. You don't have to use bottled water. You can use just regular water from the tap. But I'm just using this for convenience. And I'm going to add water in here. And they say you want to add water in that will be half the height of your brush. You don't want to put too much water in, or you're going to be getting water up into the metal part here, which will ruin your brushes in the end. So I'm just going to stick my brush in here. You just want to move it up and down here in the water just a few times, very lightly, very gently, not pushing it down too hard. As you can tell, my water in there is, I'll show you. So you can tell my water in there is already looking a little bit dirty from my brush. I'm going to be pressing the on button once because this is a powder brush, and I will just press this once, and they say that you want to move it up and down when you press it. And press this once, and so I'm moving it up and down until my light starts flashing on my handle. Now it's flashing, I'm going to raise above the water. And then apparently it says my brush will be clean, so I'm taking this out. It's not actually dry. As you can tell, it's clean. I'm going to try As you can tell, it's clean, but it's still slightly damp, like it's not dry completely. Now that I'm feeling it, it is dry. It's completely dry. At first it didn't, but now it feels dry. Oh my goodness. I have my paper towel here, as you can tell. It's completely dry and clean. There's nothing on that towel. Oh my goodness. Okay, Style Pro, I see you. So we have one brush clean, and it took me like 3 seconds to do that. I'm going to try to do a foundation brush now. So I'm going to just put this back on my holder there. And I'm going to flip this out. Let all of my water run down. Okay, so as you can see, my water is now in the container at the bottom. For foundation brushes, they say to use the Makeup Brush Cleanser by Style Pro. They say it works best with this cleanser. This tiny little bottle was $20, so they say to use a capful for one brush. Ooh. I guess that's not good if you have multiple brushes. As you can tell, I've already used that much for one brush. You could probably only get like a few brushes out of that. That's not good. Anyways, I'm going to be trying to clean this foundation brush right here. As you can tell, this brush is quite dirty and very caked. And yes, kind of embarrassed that it actually looks like this, but anyways, we are going to pick. Okay, that one's too loose, so I think we're going to be using the same size as we did for my other brush that I just cleaned right here. And I'm going to actually bring you down lower so you can see what's going on in here as I clean this. Okay, so I have my liquid brush cleaner in here, and I'm going to just attach it here to my handle. And the same thing I did last time, before you start, you want to make sure that your brush goes straight down and that it's not like this, because then it will fall off. So I'm going to dip my brush a couple of times. Oh wow, you can already see all that product that's coming off. So you just dip like this, no extra water, just the brush cleaner. I'm dipping this a few times in there, and then I'm going to press my button, my on button on my handle just once. I'm just going to go up and down until my light on my handle flashes. Wow, look at all that yuck, all that crusty water. Now it's flashing. I'm going to bring my brush up. Alright, so as you can tell, alright, this brush is completely dry. Like, you can see it still has a little bit of product left on, but as I showed you guys before, this brush was very much caked. Now look at it. It's completely dry, and maybe just one more time in the cleanser. I feel like this brush just might need a second time because of how gross it looked. But as you can see, look in there. And I'll get out my paper towel just to show you. It's completely dry. I'm just gonna empty this out and go a second time. Alright, so I did that the second time, and this brush pretty much looks brand new. Show you with my paper towel. As you can tell, there's nothing coming off on this paper towel. This brush is completely clean and dry within a matter of seconds. If you remember what this brush used to look like, and now look at it now. This brush cleaner did amazing things. Usually it takes me forever to clean this brush. Like literally probably a good 20 minutes to clean this brush, and I just did it in maybe a minute. So I am really impressed right now. I'm really impressed. I have this massive brush right here. This is an Artiste brush by Manicure, and as you can tell, it's quite big. I want to try cleaning this one. I need this really big one right here, the biggest one, because I want to show you guys how it cleans bigger brushes like this one. Because it's just powder, I'm putting just a little bit of soap here in the bottom. I'm going to need a little bit more water for this. And because this is a bigger brush, they say for big brushes, you're going to want to press this twice. And I'm going to go up and down a couple of times, just very gently, until the buttons on my handle flash. The buttons are flashing. I'm going to bring this above the water. Let it spin out. Looks like there's a little bit of product still left in there. This brush might have to go a second time, but for the most part, it's dry. It's slightly, the slightest bit damp. Okay, so this is supposed to be the part that you put in all of your smaller brushes, and I have my Too Faced teddy bear brushes here because I find that, for instance, not all eyeshadow brushes are the same size. So this is like a Real Techniques brush, and as you can see here, it doesn't fit in there. The hole's too small. But then, for instance, this brush, it's the same line of brushes. It's too small. And as you can tell, even between these, they're all different sizes, so they don't come up, like if I pull this one up to match it, it's gonna fall out. And then here's another brush, and like this one doesn't even fit. I guess for this, you can only use it if you have brushes that are the same size. I'm not going to show you because it's basically what I just showed you. Put some soap water, but you'll want to make sure when you do that, all your brushes line up, because you don't want one that's bigger than the other. And yeah, it's not going to work for these brushes, so I can't really try it out because I don't have any brushes that this would work for. So I guess I'd have to individually wash each one, which you normally individually wash your eyeshadow brushes. I'm just going to leave this tutorial off here. You guys can make your own decision on this, if it's worth it for you. For me, can I see myself using this all the time? Most definitely. For me, the Style Pro is worth it because I don't want to have to spend all my time like scrubbing and cleaning each brush and then waiting for it to dry. So I definitely think that this is worth the money. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video.